On this episode of Carnage, Supermang is back on the dyno. Before we get into today's episode, let's talk about Ryobi's Win Your Wish List Christmas competition, where you could win one of these very cool Ryobi fridge freezer units. They are awesome. They come with two 4 amp hour batteries. They hum along quite nicely on that. It has USB charging for your phone. It has a wall charger for 240 volt. It has a car charger. It has a battery charger. All that comes with this awesome fridge freezer unit, which works brilliantly. We've been running it through its paces here in the Carnage workshop, and it's doing really well. Can't wait to get it out the track. And the best part is they're not even available in stores yet. You could be one of the first in the country to have one of these fridge freezer units. But this isn't just the prize itself. You also get a Ryobi ratchet wrench. Not a used one like this, but a brand new one. You also get a handheld cultivator, a handheld fan, plus any Ryobi One Plus tool up to the value of $500. So get on the website, the link will be in the description. Get on there and tell Ryobi what you would like to see under your Christmas tree this year from the Ryobi One Plus range. Do that, plus tell them Street Machine sent you, and you could win this awesome prize pack. It will be very awesome. I'd love to keep this thing for myself. So jump on the website, link in the description. Let's get back to the dyno action. Once again, we are back at max performance with Supermang. So what have we done differently? Well, we have changed that throttle body. You saw that last episode. We've also changed the Supercharger. The guys at Dandenong Mechanics Institute actually lent us, or gave us, an M90 Supercharger, because the old one sounded like a trash compactor. You know those trash compactors they have in the sinks? That's what the Supercharger sounded like. So we've swapped the blower over, we've changed to a larger pulley, so less boost, but that's fine. And yeah, I think that's probably about all, other than some maintenance stuff, like a new starter motor, some new, you know, O-rings in the front of the motor, that sort of stuff. So we're gonna see what it makes on the dyno. It's also got a high stall converter in it from All Fast Converters in WA. Now, based on our history of cars and putting converters in cars, we generally see lower horsepower with converters in cars. So will we see more power or less power? I guess we're going to have to find out. So let's run it up and see what it makes on the dyno. So it looks like we've got some issues in terms of spark, and we think spark plugs, because it hasn't had new spark plugs in it in like forever. Probably from the first Supermang motor. We probably kept the same plugs in it from then. Yeah, so I'm going to whip off this intake pipe and we'll whip these plugs out, have a look and see if they're the problem. So we have some plugs, iridiums, which are platinums. I'm just going to have to gap them down a little bit because they're at 1 mil right now, and that probably is a bit big. So let's gap them down to something more appropriate, like 1/2 mil. All right, let's kick her in the guts, see that it runs. Right, so now that's done, I guess we'll know when it's under load. However, Zane's had to head off home for the day, so we'll pick this up in the morning. Check back with us then. We'll see if we make some more power out of this girl. And it is the next day. We're down here, obviously the plugs have been changed. We're ready to run it up on the dyno. Let's see if this plug change actually achieved anything. Let's see what sort of power it's making now. A little bit down on the 290 that we've seen before, but I think this is going to be faster. Remember, we're running a lower boost pulley, so 290 with the small pulley on it. It's going to be faster. Zane's trying a little bit more timing, but it really doesn't seem to like it, so I think we'll go back to less timing. But as I said before, pretty consistent, so yeah. Well, meow, wasn't that a bit interesting? So the new converter is allowing it to make power earlier, but ultimately we're making less power because of less boost. You can see this is the old run of 290 horsepower. So the old converter holds it back to there. The new converter allows it to make power down low, which is going to be better on the track, but ultimately the horsepower, you know, of the extra boost, and it was a fair bit of extra boost when you look at it. It's like, what's that? Snaps up to about 14, where we're making what, about 8 here? A nice flat 8. Where the old power curve at 290 horsepower went to 14 and then dribbled away to like 12 or 10 really. So yeah, I think this is a much happier setup. Like I said, there's no ice water in the tank. You know, it has a big converter in it. I think ultimately we're going to go quicker at the track, with less power and less boost. But who knows, maybe at the track. Maybe we'll throw the power pulley onto it with the other belt if we're feeling sporty, however. We're going to take it to the track as it sits, see what sort of numbers it runs, and you'll see all that on a future episode of Carnage. Hang on, let's go for a quick drive. So it's a bit cold at the moment, so I'll just warm her up, drive around the block. Oh, that's right, they carved up the road here. Thonk, thonk. Wow, you can really hear those 3/7 gears too. So you can still drive it smooth, it's alright. Of course, you can also go. Oh yeah. Click back to first. Got to be nearly stationary when you go back to first. Okay, Matt has asked that I not kill him today. No one wants to die in a VN, but this is seriously fast. So really excited to see how this goes at the track. I can't tell you what the stall speed is on the converter because I don't think it'll hold it. Let's try it, hold it. No, it won't hold it. It just wheel spins. But it goes well north of 3 grand, I can tell you. So yeah. This thing's fun and fast. So yeah. All right. Well, I guess next we take it to the track and you'll see that definitely on a future episode of Carnage.